What's up guys, this is Raz and welcome to another video. Today we are featuring Okori One's battles and he is featuring a very cool pick in Mismagius in the Ultra Premier League. Mismagius, I looked up the pronunciation in the anime, and in the anime they called it Mismagius. I've heard some people say Mismagius, but it seems like the correct pronunciation is Mismagius. And this thing is very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how it does in the Ultra Premier Cup. I've never seen it used before. It runs Hex, Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, so it has double hard-hitting moves and a fast energy generation fast move. He's also got this Typhlosion that's putting in some work here. I'm going to get to double blast burns after farming down the Abomasnow. Oh my goodness. Aggressive swap into Swampert. In comes Politoed, which is a good answer for Swampert, but not like a hard counter or anything. So he's in a pretty good-looking situation here. A Charizard double Weather Ball team. Going to bait with these Hydro Cannons. I feel like straight Earthquake might have been the play. At this point, though, I would honestly just go straight Hydro Cannon since the opponent called it. Yeah, I would just go for these for the spamminess. But if you got Earthquake, you probably could have got some shields for Mismagius, but at this point, just go straight Hydro. Chip away, chip away. In comes Charizard. Oh, sneaks in a Hex. And Hexes down the Charizard. Oh, and the Politoed quits. Politoed should have stayed, and I wanted to see like how well Mismagius could take a Weather Ball. But quick win on the board already for Okori 1, or Okori, depending on where you're from, my guy, and the pronunciation. Swampert versus Lapras. They switch him a champ into a Mismagius. What's going on? Why you doing that, bro? Oh, he's gonna take the Rock Slide. Actually can take a Rock Slide pretty well. Very impressive, Mismagius. Has a little bit of tankiness to it, I guess. Gets to a second Shadow Ball. So he's going to get both shields here, which is actually huge. Because now this Typhlosion is going to have shields in the back. Can probably take a Cross Chop here. Might even take 2 Cross Chops with Swampert. And then just save both shields for Typhlosion. And Typhlosion is so good when it has shields. And the opponent has no shields. Okay, he's going to play a little safer. And he's going to shield Swampert. 1 extra Mud Shot. I would imagine if Lapras comes in, you just immediately switch into Typhlosion. Yeah, he's just spamming Typhlosion, expecting the Lapras to come. In comes a Gengar. Oh, no. Farewell, Mr. Gar. Farewell. Yeah, you can just go one more. I like that play. So that should mean he's at, what, 80 energy? Blast Burn minus 50. So needs 3 more because Solar Beam is 80 energy. Is that right? I think Solar Beam's 80. Maybe it's 75. I think Solar Beam's actually 75 energy. And lands the beam. Hashtag get beamed. Bye-bye, Lapras. You know, I actually was recently able to Solar Beam a Lapras with my Sunny Cast form in a tournament match. So that was kind of fun. The Lapras gets beamed by the Fire type. Swampert versus Galv. Pretty solid lead for Swampert, but Galv can actually play this out in the 2 shield and do pretty well. Okay. Very nice read that the opponent wanted to swap. Probably wants to align the Typhlosion with the Galvantula. Sneaks in a Hex there, which is really nice. So he has the Shadow Ball. Earthquake. Oh, wow. But, you know, Earthquake, it's not that big of a deal that the opponent landed it because it's actually less efficient than 2 Weather Balls since Weather Ball gets Stab. I would assume Galv comes back. It does. Oh, the opponent gets a little greedy. They're going for a full farm down. Gets a shield with a Shadow Ball. This is a fully loaded Galvantula. It has like 7 Volt Switches. It's got all the energy in the world. Interesting that he goes into Swampert. Gonna get double lunged here, most likely. Yeah. Oh, okay. Probably should have thrown that Hydro Cannon after just one Mud Shot, because then it wouldn't have been CMP. And you would have forced the Galvantula to likely shield this, but now you're double debuffed, and this won't KO. Aggressive swap. Yep, I like this play a lot. Snipes the Galvantula, and there's a Skarmory back. Oh boy. That one Incinerate. Oh, he snuck in another Incinerate. Yeah. I think the opponent could have played a lot better this game with their energy management and the timing of their charge moves, because that Galvantula had so much energy that went to waste. So he was able to take advantage of a bit of a misplay from the opponent and take out the XL team with Typhlosion putting in some work. Mismagius also got the shield from the Politoed. Did it get the shield and take out the Politoed? Is that what happened? Oh yeah, it did, right? And then Galvantula farmed it down. Or maybe it just took out Poly and then got the shield from Galv. Mismagius going off. Okay, this is a tough Pokemon to deal with. I guess you just stay in. Go straight Earthquake. I don't think you bother shielding anything here, because you're not going to win this matchup. So you just go Earthquake to do damage or get shields. And then you save shields for your back line to try and close it out. Plus, if they have Jelly in the lead, oftentimes they have an Ice type for grass coverage in the back. So Typhlosion might have a lot of play in the back. I would actually let this go, because they're likely to Bubble Beam you, and so you probably would have got this off anyway. And even if they Shadow Ball, then you like Incinerate down or Hex down. But now you're down a shield, which is tough now that they have an Umbreon. Nice catch here. I like saving that energy on Swampert. That could be very useful. Probably going to need it to take out this Umbreon. I would let this go as well, because you're still not going to get like snarled down. Blast Burn coming through. He's not in a terrible situation, because he's going to get to 2 Blast Burns here. And has almost 2 Hydro Cannons on Swampert. Gets a shield. Do you shield here, or do you save it for Swamp? I can't imagine the Umbreon shields the Hydro. And man, I don't know if Swampert gets to another Hydro. That's really big. It does. Nice. And then it comes down to what's in back. You got rid of the Dark type. Oh boy. So we were right about the Ice type. People oftentimes pair their Jelly with Alola Ninetales. I can't imagine he wins this, because there's no way a Shadow Ball KOs from this range, does it? There's no way. A9's pretty tanky. Plus, it gets to 3 Weather Balls. Yeah, it gets to 3 Weather Balls just before you get to 2 Shadow Balls, because it'd be 30 turns for 2 Shadow Balls, and it's 10, 18, 28. 28 turns for 3 Weather Balls, so made it really close, though, playing a triple XL team where he didn't really get the order aligned where he wanted. I think maybe if he had just let Swampert go, tried to Incinerate down or Hex down, probably Incinerate down would have been the better play. Might have had a chance to put in a ton of work with Typhlosion and win that game. Trying to battle against John, but gets the air. I've been getting a lot of airs lately in my matches. Seems like at least every set I air out of a match. Another Jellicent lead, not a great lead. Let's see if he plays it any differently, or if he plays it the same this time. Jellicent's going to get to these moves 1 turn before Swampert gets to the Earthquake. Ooh. Not the ideal timing there. Could have just thrown after one Mud Shot. Would have only allowed one free turn. Instead, he allowed 3 free turns of energy there. Going for the Hydro. I like this play. Put some pressure. Now, I would just let this go. I would just let this go. Yes. I like that. And now you farm down with either. I think this makes a little more sense because you don't want to have to eat the Bubble Beam on Typhlosion. What comes in? A Stunfisk. Maybe you just do what you can here. Try and get a shield. And just sack the Mismagius. And then save 2 shields for Typhlosion. Could that be the play? I wouldn't mind that play one bit. Switch here. Yep. Oh boy. Typhlosion. Gonna go to town. Doesn't need to shield anything here, really. Most people run Weather Ball, Dazzling Gleam. Has to be careful, though. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you get Mud Shot down by the Stunfisk. But I think he's fine. Because if they shield, you just double. Yeah, the opponent smartly doesn't shield. And he can just double up here, and he should be good to go. One more Incinerate. He's at double. And plus the Incinerate damage, this has put the Stunfisk into Blast Burn range. Gets 1 shield. Has another one back-to-back. Man, Incinerate with shields up and these hard-hitting moves can be so deadly, so dangerous. Typhlosion putting in work. It's a shiny Typhlosion as much as it is a shiny Mismagius showcase. Going into the next game against El Benito. Tres. Great lead. Swampert just dominates Ampharos. Aggressive switch into Venusaur. And these Sludge Bombs do a little bit over half. So you actually can't farm this Venusaur down. Yeah, okay. You have to throw. But he timed it well just before Venusaur got to that second one. Oh, wow. Have to respect it. Yeah, nice job throwing here. A lot of people would have just probably naively tried to farm down and had to shield again. But I like that he threw to not have to expend that last shield. Oh my gosh. What kind of team is this? This team is so weak to Swampert. And I actually like this play a lot. I like the aggressive swap into Mismagius. Just to like sack it. Because you know Swampert's your win con. So rather than allowing your Typhlosion to be farmed down, just aggressive swap into Mismagius. Look, Mismagius took out the Talonflame. And now you've got your Swampert with a shield against this Ampharos, and he should be good to go. A Focus Blast wouldn't even KO, so he's in good shape. Calls the Thunder Punch bait. And yeah, the opponent surrenders, realizes it is over. GG's. Searching for the next match. You also see Okori won a legend this season. And he's having some fun trying out some spice picks. I think these battles are in like the 2800 ELO range, if you were curious. Stop Alcatraz. The next opponent, amazing lead for Swampert. Oof. Doesn't have an obvious answer for Gyarados. But his Typhlosion is also a very solid answer for the Magnezone. So it doesn't necessarily like need to switch. He gets a shield. That's actually ginormous. Because now, maybe you commit 1 shield here in case it's a crunch. You get off your Shadow Ball. Hopefully the Shadow Ball lands. And you can just retain switch. Because it'd be nice to keep Swampert. Yeah, wow. Almost KOs from that distance. That is pretty crazy. In comes Magnezone. Magnezone is not going to want to take a Shadow Ball. That's for sure. Magnezone's pretty squishy. Boom! Oh my goodness. Did so much damage. Just let it go. Mud shot down. It's a mere shot. You survive anyway. And Mismagius is about to take out a Gyarados and a Magnezone. Unbelievable. Wow. Credit to the opponent for the spice. Oh my. A shiny Alakazam. Very cool. He's one away from his second Blast Burn. And even if the Alakazam takes it out beforehand, the Swampert almost had a Hydro Cannon ready, which would have been enough to KO. So that one was in the bag. The opponent realized it and surrendered. G to the G. Searching for the next opponent. While we're waiting, by the way, thank you guys for 17,000 subscribers. Another milestone on this Pokemon Go journey. Appreciate all of you. MJ, the next opponent. Maybe he's playing Michael Jordan. That'd be pretty cool. Who knows? Maybe Michael Jordan's into the Pokemon Go PvP scene as well. Just like all of us. Overfarming a lot. I'm surprised the Machamp is overfarming so much. Hydro coming through. A little bit of lag. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you're the Machamp, you shouldn't allow the Swamperts to get 2 moves off. Now the opponent's down 2 shields. I would let this go because they might cross-chop bait. The opponent's not playing this game particularly well. Yeah, just go straight for the Gleam. How much is this going to do? Probably like half, because Dazzling Gleam's not that great of a move. Yeah, it does almost exactly half. Gets entirely licked down, so this is still not a great situation. Because this Snorlax is going to get off like 2 body slams. Good job, opponent. Throwing your energy. Not along the Swampert to get to a Hydro first. Double slam. Did you just save it for Typhlosion maybe? Save it for Mr. Flow. You also save the... I think you got to take this. This is a tough situation, actually. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's game over. Because 2 Blast Burns... 2 Blast Burns might be enough to KO, but the Machamp still has a lot of energy. So, you know, that's on me. I was doubting the opponent's strategies, but it ended up working. Honestly, he just had a pretty hard answer for the Mismagius in a Snorlax, so that allowed him to take this game. If he only had like a neutral answer for the Mismagius, I think this would have been a pretty comfortable win for our guy Okori. But you saw it there. A Snorlax save swap pretty deadly for the Mismagius. Snorlax can pretty much take a Gleam and then just lick the entire thing down. Searching for the next opponent. I've been overall impressed with it though. Never seen one used in Ultra Premier before this, and it's putting in some work. With Hex, Shadow Ball particularly. Haven't seen too much usage from the Dazzling Gleam. Oh boy, a Victory Bell. Get out of there. In comes Stunfisk. Okay. I wouldn't imagine there's any way he can take Switchback here, but maybe he can like... Okay, he's going to try. He's going to try and take Switch. Mudshot gets through. Kind of annoying. Gets a shield with a Shadow Ball. Looks like a CMP tie here, potentially. Shadow Ball gets both shields. Huh. Maybe you just... Oh, hopefully he doesn't get Mudshot down. Nice, gets to this. Maybe you Mudshot down, if it's possible, with Swampert. And you Earthquake the Victory Bell. I think that's the play. I think you take this, you try and Earthquake the Victory Bell. They might aggressive swap. They might try and snipe, so you got to be aware. Yeah, I guess you do have to shield. And then you just blind swap into Typhlosion because you're never going to come in with Victory Bell. He's ready. And it's an Excadrill. Oh my. And he can safely just shield this. And Razor Leafers take a while to get to their moves, so he only is 10 turns away from his second Blast Bird, and he's got this one in the bag. Oh man, maybe we can see some Solar Beam BM. Just kidding. Solar Beam would have done very little to the Victory Bell, so could have actually lost him the game if he tried that. All right, next one. Here we go. I think this might be the last battle. It's either this one or one more after. Great lead against the Talonflame. Also, by the way, nice comeback in that last one after a pretty tough lead. Opponent switches in Snorlax, which is actually pretty good for him because Mismagius is going to avoid the Snorlax. Maybe take this, then switch. Okay, interesting. Wants to keep that Swampert for the Talonflame, which makes sense. Can throw at least one more. Yeah, I think this is the safe play. You throw two more. It's a little greedy because if the Snorlax had just snuck in like 2 licks, it would have got there. Goes for the Blast Burn here. Potentially a CMP tie with the Flame Charge if the Talonflame decided to throw. So pretty smart. Gets to a second one. That is huge. Huge. Gets a shield. Looked like he thought about the aggressive swap into Swampert. Man. I guess you gotta respect the Brave Bird. Nice shield. Instant swap, just great anticipation knowing the opponent was going to swap. This is a really good situation. Really doesn't need to shield. We've seen this before. The Mismagius can take a Rock Slide, no problem. The Machamp is at a Cross Chop, which might be enough to KO from this little of health. Oh, smart play, but he does get to a Shadow Ball, and that Swampert is 1 Mud Shot away from Hydro. I think if you're the opponent, man, it's a tough call. Yeah, I probably would have gone for the Brave Bird too, because you can't Flame Charge and then Brave Bird, and I don't think even a boosted Flame Charge would have been enough to take out Swampert from that range. So tough situation for the opponent, and they made it relatively close after the Swampert versus Talonflame lead. So credit to them. Really entertaining set, 2 sets from Okori, showcasing a shiny Mismagius. Really impressed how much work it was able to put in. 2878 using a very spicy pick. Kind of reminds me of Butters, a popular streamer who's using a crazy team of XL Credilli, XL Frostlass, and XL Shadow Golduck. And he's actually been able to climb Elo with it, which is just insane. But yeah, thanks so much, my man, for sending me those battles. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'd very much appreciate it. We're starting to get close to 20K, so that'd be pretty neat if we're able to hit that milestone in the near future. I guess first let's focus on 18 and then 19 and then 20. Can't get too ahead of myself, but anyway, appreciate the support from all of you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.